Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through an overview of Zoho Campaign so you'll understand how exactly you can get your email marketing journey started. Firstly, why do businesses choose email marketing? So there are lots of significant reasons as to why a business prefers email marketing, and some of them would be to generate leads for their business, to nurture the generated leads by telling them how their products and services can help them, by understanding their challenges, understanding their pain points and addressing them, and also sending out periodical newsletters, webinar updates, recent product updates, event updates, etc. All of this with the very goal to build an everlasting relationship with your leads and customers, is it? And when it comes to the benefits of email marketing, it's quite obvious, and you definitely know of it. And some of the obvious advantages of email marketing would be you're able to reach out to a global audience with email marketing platforms. So, though with social media platforms, you're able to engage with your fans and followers. With email marketing, you will be able to target the right audience with the right content at the right time. So you'll know what exactly they like and do not like with your brand, and then engage with them based on their preferences, engage with them based on how they behave with your emails. So targeted engagement, behavioral based engagement is possible with email campaigns, email marketing. And so it's known for the low cost that it has. And so even if you're a business that is just starting off, irrespective of the size of your business and irrespective of the industry you're from, you will be able to invest in email marketing easily and get the best results out of it. And with email marketing, you're able to measure your email campaign. So with every campaign you send, you will be able to see how your campaigns have performed and get better as you go with your future email marketing efforts. And a lot of studies have proved that email marketing has been the most preferred communication because of the highest return on investment that it has on businesses, right? So now let me discuss how Zoho Campaigns, that is the email marketing software from the suite of Zoho apps, can help you ease up your email marketing efforts. So I'll walk you through an overview of all the features and functionalities, and also give a demonstration of how you can get started with your email marketing journey. So for an easier understanding, I'll split the demo session into basics and advanced. In the basics, I'll discuss how you can generate audience for your email list, and how you can integrate your Zoho Campaigns account with Zoho applications like CRM and other third party applications, and how you can create engaging and interactive email campaigns and analyze your campaign reports. And in the advanced section, I'll discuss how you can automate your email marketing efforts. And if you are from an e-commerce background, you'll be able to run all your store communication activities right from inside Zoho Campaigns itself, just with a simple integration. So I'll walk you through that as well, and I'll also discuss the advanced campaign functionalities like A/B testing and sending out a survey campaign and all of that in the end. So I'll touch upon the advanced section as well. So, for an easier understanding, let's take Zilker Education. It's an educational site that offers online courses, training programs, video tutorials, and workshops to students that are interested to learn different things from their site. So, the objective of Zilker Education was to provide quality content, to deliver quality content and generate new leads. Yeah, so they deliver value and they get value from their visitors, that is, getting their email address, and nurture those generated leads by sending them engaging email campaigns, that is, by telling them the importance of taking up their courses, by telling them how their courses can benefit them, at the same time understand what exactly their leads are interested in, and offer relevant nurturing. And then the very goal of them was to convert their leads into customers, convert their leads into students who pay for their courses. So this was their objective. And let's see how Zoho Campaigns has helped Zilker Education achieve their goal. Right now, I'm inside Zoho Campaigns, the email marketing software from Zoho Suite. And this is a very fresh account, and this is how your dashboard would look. And you have all the significant elements that you'd require to get started with your email marketing journey. So you can create your first campaign right from here, and over time you might want to reduce your manual efforts and would like to switch to automation. And email automation helps you make the best out of your email marketing efforts. And the first and foremost thing you would do if you are from an e-commerce industry is integrating your e-commerce store with your email marketing platform, that is Zoho Campaigns, and then start running your store communications right from inside Zoho Campaigns itself. And the most significant thing when it comes to email marketing is building your email list, that is adding contacts to your email list. So these are the two options through which you can add contacts to your email list. So you can either import your contacts from different platforms, or you can use sign up forms. That is the most credible way to build contacts. I will discuss all of these when I walk you through the demonstration of the product. And if you would like your colleagues to be part of this account, say for example you want your designer to design the email template, and you want marketers to set up the email content and decide on the target audience and all of that, you can invite those people. You can invite your designers and marketers as users to this account. So when they accept the invitation from you, that is the admin, they'll be part of the Zoho Campaigns account, and they can also make use of the different features. Yeah, so this is how the dashboard of a fresh account would look. And in order to explain different things like reports and all, I would prefer having an account that has some data in it. So now I would switch to an account that has campaigns and lists already created. Yes. Okay. So now I'm in an account that has some email campaigns scheduled and sent out already, and that has reports generated already. So you have the summary of all your recent activities here. So you can take a look at your recent campaigns and recently created email list, and the list to which your recent campaigns were sent out, and the number of campaigns that you have created in the recent times, and about your contacts as well. And this dashboard is completely customizable. So you have two pages in your dashboard, and you can decide how your dashboard should look by customizing it to your choice. So by choosing this option, I can drag and drop the elements that I want to have in my dashboard. So if I do not want my mailing list to be part of the dashboard, I can just drag and drop it in the unselected blocks, and once I'm satisfied with the look, I can just save it. So that is about your dashboard. Now I'll show you how you can build your email list. So I go to the contacts module, select manage list, and create my list. So here give a name for your email list. So let's say Zilker webinars can be my email list, and I'll tell in brief what topics are. So assume that you have hundreds of mailing lists where 10 of them belong to the category called webinars, and 10 of them were created for your newsletter purpose, and 20 of them were created for events purpose. So you need to have your email list organized for your future reference, and topics help you group your email list under different categories. So you can pick 10 of those email lists that belongs to your webinars and group them under a topic called webinars, and pick those 20 other lists that belong to your events and group them under a topic called events. So assume that you are sending email campaigns, and when a customer was once interested in your workshops or your webinars, and now they are no more interested in your workshops, but they would like to receive information about your events or webinars. So in that case, they choose to update their profile. So you needn't show all your hundreds of mailing lists. You can rather show the different topics that you have. So they can check off workshops, and they can just tick webinars or events as per their interest. So topics is more like a win-win for both customers and the email marketer as well. It helps you organize your email list, and it helps customers update their preferences in less than a minute. I choose one of the topics that I've already created, and over here you tell your contacts how exactly you know them. So it's basically letting your contacts know why you're approaching them or how you know them. So now I've given a message that says my email recipients that they are receiving this email because they've showed interest in my webinar. So this is an ideal list description. And once you're done with it, you go ahead with adding contacts to your email list. You can add a single contact or you can add multiple contacts. So as you know, the mandatory information would be your contact's email address, and you can customize these fields by selecting this option on the top right. So if you do not want any of these fields, you can just check off and choose to include the ones that you really want to be part of your contacts information. You can save up to 20 contacts with this manual option. So if you have a lot of contacts, hundreds of contacts that are stored in your local file or in cloud, you can import them by selecting the right file and mapping the right fields and bringing them into your Zoho Campaigns account. And the third one is syncing your contacts from different platforms. So if you are a business that has a CRM software, that is pretty much where you store a large number of your contact database, and Zoho Campaigns provides a direct integration with the in-house CRM software, that is Zoho CRM, and you can bring in your leads and contacts from Zoho CRM to Zoho Campaigns and then start running your nurture campaigns to these leads. And you can also sync your contacts from other services as well. So now I'll show you how you can sync your leads and contacts from Zoho CRM. So we have two types of syncs. One is immediate sync and the other one is periodic sync. Immediate sync happens on an instant basis. So whenever there is a new lead or whenever there is an information update about a lead or contact in your CRM system, it gets instantly updated in your campaign system as well. And the next one is periodic sync. So if you want your leads to be synced on a periodic basis, if you do not want information to be instantly updated and you want it to happen on a periodical basis, like information sync on a daily basis or a weekly basis or a monthly basis, you can go for the periodic sync, and you can sync your leads module, contacts module, accounts, deals module, or if you have a custom module created, you can sync in your leads from your custom module as well. For now, I'll go with the leads module and give your sync a name. So let's say nurture series is our sync's name, and you can choose to bring in all of your leads, or if you have your custom view created in your Zoho CRM account, you can bring in your custom view, or you can create a criteria. So if you want people from only a specific country to be part of this nurture series, you can choose people from the specific country. So let's say people from the United States need to be part of this view. I can choose the relevant criteria. So now let's just go with all leads, and I'm syncing it to the Zilker webinars list. And the next one is exclude email opt out. So when your leads or contacts opt out of your sales emails, opt out of the emails that go from your CRM account, if you do not want them to be part of your Zoho Campaigns mailing list, then you can remove them from your mailing list, or you can choose to remove them from your Zoho Campaigns database itself, or you can move them to the do not mail list. So even if you add them in future, until you revoke them from the do not mail list, they won't be part of any of your future mailing list. Or if you do not bother about any of these, and if you're fine having them in your mailing list, choose the don't exclude option and exclude converted leads. So as you keep sending out nurturing emails, there is a point when leads get converted into contacts. So if you do not want your converted leads to be part of this nurture series, then you can remove them from your mailing list, or you can choose the don't exclude option and they'll be still retained in your email list. And how often do you want the sync to run? On a daily basis, or on a weekly basis, or on a monthly basis, or just once? So that is what you would choose here. And do you want to sync all of your leads, or you want to sync leads that were added after a specific date? So that's what you choose right here. And once you're satisfied with all this, you go to the next step where you map your field. So the last name and your email address are mapped by default. If you want to map more fields between your CRM and campaigns account, you choose the map more fields option and choose the relevant field from CRM and the relevant field from campaigns as well. So I am mapping the field company with the field company name in Zoho Campaigns. So if I want to map more fields, I can choose the map more fields option, and I can choose the relevant fields between CRM and campaigns account. And once I'm satisfied, I can initiate my sync, and I can see a summary of my sync, the report of my sync. So once the sync is completed, I'll see the total number of contacts that have been synced, the new contacts that were added and contacts that were re-added, and also the contacts that were ignored because of invalid email address, invalid email patterns and all that. So the next important method that helps you get contacts for your mailing list would be sign up form. So I'll tell you how you can build a sign up form for your mailing list. So now I'm in the contacts module and I'm selecting sign up form. So I'm going ahead and creating a new sign up form. So let's give it a name. So let's say this sign up form is for my webinars page, and so now I'm choosing a template for my sign up form. So we have different types of forms. We have compact forms that just asks for basic details, and we have banner forms. We have long forms where you can ask for more details, and we also have pop-up forms. So you would have landed up in pages, and when you stay in the page for some time, a pop-up form would come up and ask for your email address. So that's what we have here. So we have two types of pop-up forms. One is the standard pop-up form and the other one is blanket pop-up form that would be spread across your page. So I will show you how one of these embedded forms work. I am picking one of the forms that we have here. So with the design option, you can customize your sign up form to your requirements. That is, you can alter the text, you can modify the field names, you can play around with the colors, play around with the button name, font size, color, etc. And with the setup, you can either choose to have the name field or just have the email address alone. So once you're satisfied with these, you save and proceed your sign up form and you associate it with one of the lists. So I will just choose the list that we recently created, that is Zoho webinar, and I'm associating the sign up form with Zoho webinar. So with this short URL, you can use the link of your form in your social media platform, so people can access your sign up form with the short URL, and they can be part of your mailing list. And if you want to use your sign up form on your website, you can choose the get code option, and you have various options like embed code for your website, WordPress code, short URL for your form, and you have QR codes, so people can scan your QR code and access your sign up form and be part of your mailing list. And you have a button format as well, so you can just take the code of this button and embed it in your newsletter. So when people click the CTA button, that is join our newsletter, they'll be able to access your sign up form and they'll join your mailing list. And there are lots of other options over here. That's about the different options we have in publishing your sign up form. And you can also customize these sign up forms, thank you message, confirmation email, confirmation message, etc. And now I would like to show you how a pop-up form functions as well. So let's just give a name to our new pop-up form. Let's call it workshops. So now I'm choosing the standard pop-up form. So all of the sign-up forms, right from compact form to blanket pop-up forms, everything has pre-designed templates and you just have to choose the one that you like. And now I'm choosing one of the templates. So with the design option, you can customize your pop-up form to your requirements. So you can change the template, you can change the background color, you can play with the font and color and field name, everything. And once you're satisfied with it, you go to the setup tab where you decide when this pop-up form should appear on the page to the visitor. So when the visitor enters this page, or when they exit the page, or when they scroll through the page for a specific time, or when they stay in the page for a specific period. Yes, so now I decide that when someone enters my page and they stay in the page for some 10 seconds, show them this pop-up form. And you can position this pop-up form to appear in the center or on the top left, top right, bottom left and bottom right. And you can animate it to slide from the left or slide from the right, or bounce from the top, bounce from the bottom, fade in and fade out and so on. And the other option right here is making the pop-up form reappear. So when someone closes this pop-up form, after how many days can this pop-up form reappear to them? So you decide it here. Yeah, so I want the pop-up form to appear to the visitor when they revisit the page after 1 hour or after 3 hours. Yes, so once you're satisfied with all of these, you save and proceed. And people who join through this sign up form should be part of which mailing list. So I associate a mailing list over here, that is I select Zoho webinar as the mailing list. And I also have the code here. So when I get the code, I can embed the code in the desired web page. So I can embed the code in my workshop page, and whenever there is a visitor in the workshop page, when they stay in the page for some 10 seconds, they'll get this pop-up form. So that is about sign up form. So sign up form is one of the credible ways through which you can build audience for your mailing list. As the next thing, let us discuss segments. So I am picking one of the mailing lists that were previously created, that is Zilker webinar, and I'm going to create a segment for this list. So what do segments mean? So assume that you have a mailing list where your people from across the globe, and you want to target only people from a specific country as you're running an offer for them. In that case, you don't have to end up sending the email campaign to all of them in your mailing list, because it becomes so irrelevant. So segments helps you categorize people only from the specific country, that is your desired country, and then send out your email campaign to that segment. So let me tell you how you can create a segment. I'm creating a segment here. So let's just name the segment as United Kingdom, and I am going to create a new segment, that is country is United Kingdom. So once I save this, I'll have a list of contacts who belong to the United Kingdom, and I can target my email campaign for this segment. So the other option we have right here is bulk segments. So what are bulk segments? So assume that you have people from across the globe. So let's say you have people from 10 different countries in your mailing list, and you want to create segments for each of these countries. So this is not manually possible. A lot of time goes in creating different segments for each of these countries. Instead, you can go with bulk segment. So what you can do with bulk segment is just give the field name. I'm going to give the name as country, and when I select the field country over here, I have 5 possible segments. So looks like there are 5 different countries in my email list. So there are 5 different segments created for this criteria, and if I want to add any additional criteria, I can do so by toggling this switch. So if I want only people from a specific industry from all these countries, I can do so by just selecting the right field and giving the industry name over here. So that is about adding an additional criteria. So once I have given my criteria, I can save, and all the possible segments, so all the 5 different countries would be listed down as different segments. Yeah, so just like this. So now we saw how you can add contacts to your mailing list through different forms. Now I'll tell you how you can create an email campaign. So I go to the campaigns tab, and I go to the regular campaign section, and now I'll tell you how you can create a new campaign from scratch. So let's just name the campaign as webinar invitation. So now add a subject line that is very compelling for your recipient. So it's the subject line that your recipients read even before they open your email. So make your subject line very compelling and very appealing. So let me give join a free webinar and learn about influencer marketing. So I can also customize my subject line by adding emojis in my subject line, and I can also personalize my subject line by addressing the contact with their first name, with their last name, etc. So if I want to address my contact with their first name, I can add the first name merge tag over here. So the subject line would sound something like, hey John, join a free webinar and learn about influencer marketing. And the pre-header is a summary of what your email content is all about, or what they will learn from the webinar or the workshop. So let's just say in-depth knowledge, quizzes and interactions as my pre-header. Now who is the sender of this email? It can either be the marketer, or if you feel your audience would be able to recognize their sales executive, that is your CRM owner, better, you can choose to go with the CRM owner's address. So now I'm just going with my own name. If you want to include your center name, you can put that over here. Yes, so add the recipients for your email. So let's just go with one of the segments we created, or one of the email lists that we created. Yeah, now I'll go ahead and create the email content. So you have different ways through which you can create your email content. One is pre-designed templates. So we have email templates that are pre-designed for almost all of your business scenarios. So you can choose the basic template to develop your email campaign. So if you have your email campaign designed with the HTML code, you can import your HTML code to your campaigns editor, or you can just go ahead with the plain text email. or you can import your template from cloud as well, or you can use the recently sent email template as well for your current campaign. So now I'll show you how the pre-designed templates look in Zoho Campaigns. So we have more than 100 pre-designed templates serving to almost all of your business scenarios. So we have welcome templates, we have thank you templates, newsletters, deals and offers, emergency and crisis templates, holidays templates, seasons, birthdays, and so on. So just pick the relevant one for your scenario, and all you have to do is just customize the entire template to your own requirements. Everything is just preset, but if you want to tweak the content or tweak the images, you can do so with the help of all the customization elements that you have here. So we have basic, advanced, and design elements for you to help with the customization and personalization of your email campaign. So in the basic, you have the text option. So all you have to do is just drag and drop the variant that you want. So if you want a bigger text, you have to drag and drop and place it at the right place, or if you want a smaller text, you have to drag and drop and place it at the relevant place. Yes, so we also have image options. If you want one of these, you just have to drag the image option and place it at the right place, and you can upload an image. And the other option here is image plus text, and if you want to have call to action buttons, you can just choose the type of call to action button that you want in your email, and play around with the color and font of the button as well. If you want your content to be in columns, you can choose the column option, or if you want to give spacing between two components, you can choose the spacing element. And if you want to put a divider line between two components, you can choose the divider option. And we have table options, box text options, etc. And moving on to the advanced components, so we have widgets. So if you have social media handles for your business, and if you want to include them in your email campaigns, go with the widget option and drag and drop it at the right place, and give the link to your Facebook page, Twitter page, LinkedIn page, etc. And we also have dynamic content. So dynamic content is one important part of your email campaign. So assume that you want to send an email campaign regarding one of your upcoming events to all the people in your mailing list, but the event is going to be conducted in different places. So for the people from the United States, you need to send a different venue information, and for the people from the United Kingdom, you need to send a different venue information, and things like that. But you do not want to create different campaigns for just this one purpose. So what you can do is you can retain just one content, uniform content, by just changing the venue details for different countries, and this is where dynamic content helps you. So assume that I want to create 3 different types of content with just the venue details alone different. So country is United States will be one criteria. Country is United Kingdom will be another criteria, and country is India will be another criteria, and the other one is default. So if there's anybody that doesn't belong to United States, United Kingdom, and India in my mailing list, they will be receiving a default content. So I have created the criteria for my dynamic content, and I have 4 different elements over here. So right here goes the content for United States, right here goes the content for United Kingdom, right here goes the content for India, and if there are people who belong to none of these criteria, they will be receiving the default content. So I can show you how dynamic content looks like after you have created your entire email campaign. So this is one of the email campaigns that I recently created. So if you look at it, people from the United States have gotten the venue detail alone different for them. So when they click on this CTA button, they'll be taken to the event page that I created for the United States. And for people in London, people in the United Kingdom, they have received a different venue detail, and they'll be taken to the page that I designed for my London event. Yes, so that is about dynamic content. And other thing is, you have options to attach images, PDFs, etc. And you can also create polls in your email campaign. So polls is one brilliant way to get feedback and opinions from your recipients about your email campaign or about your brand itself. Try to include polls in your email campaigns whenever possible. So you can either put in your answers and ask them to rate. You have numbering options in poll. People can rate your brand or rate your email campaign based on emojis as well. So when you set up one poll, this is how it would look like in your email campaign. So will you be attending the event? The three answers that I had given were yes, I will definitely attend, no, I will not attend, and I'm thinking. So based on these results, you can conclude rest of the arrangements for your event, right? And the next one is video. So we have integration with YouTube, Vistia and Vimeo. So you can attach your video components, video URLs in your email campaign itself. And the next one is ICS. So I was just discussing that you're scheduling an email for one of your upcoming events. So if you want your recipients to not forget your event, to mark your event in their calendar, you can attach an ICS file in your email. So when they click on the ICS file, they can download the entire event details, and that get matched with their calendar, and they'll be reminded on the right date. So that is about the advanced components in your email campaign. So another thing that I wanted to discuss is the merge tags. So merge tags play an important role when it comes to personalization. So personalization helps you build a connection with your audience. So it's not just about your subject line or your email content. A personalized content is meant to build a personal connection with your audience. So whenever possible, include personalization in your email campaign. When I say personalization, it means you can address your contacts with their first name, with their last name, or with their company name, etc. So with the merge tag option, you can include all of these details. So that is about customizing and personalizing your email campaign. So once you're satisfied with the setup, you go to the next step, that is previewing and testing your email campaign. So you can send it out to your teammates and see how it looks on different devices, and you can check how your content looks as well. So after the preview and test, you save and go to the next step, that is sending your email campaign. So you can send your campaign right away, or you can schedule your campaign at a fixed time, or at your recipient's time zone, or at an optimal time. So let me explain all of these three options. So fixed time zone. So if you schedule the campaign at 9 a.m. in India, no matter what the time is in the recipient's time zone, the campaign gets delivered. And the next one is recipient's time zone. This is one of the most preferred option and one of the most recommended options as well. So you have put in a lot of efforts in your email campaign, and everything goes in vain when the recipient does not open your email campaign. So schedule your email campaign at the time that they are more likely to open your email campaign. So recipient time zone is one of the recommended options. If you schedule your email at 11 a.m. in your time zone, whenever the clock strikes 11 a.m. in the recipient's time zone, the email gets delivered. So that is about recipient's time zone. And the next one is recipient's optimal open time. This option sends out the campaign at the time when your recipients are more likely to open your email campaign. So let's say you have sent me an email campaign in the past, and I have opened all of your campaigns around 10 to 11 a.m. So the current campaign will be delivered to me around the same time. So that's about recipient's optimal open time. The system will automatically figure out when likely is the recipient to open my email, and then delivers it at the right time. And if there is a contact that hasn't received an email in the past, then you have to set a time over here. And so let's say 11 a.m. IST. So whenever the clock strikes 11 a.m. IST, the email will be delivered. So that is about setting up your email campaign and sending at the right time to your contacts. So once you have sent out your email campaign, you go to the report section, how your campaign has performed. So let me just pick one of the emails that were previously sent, for which I have reports generated. So right here you can see how many contacts this email was delivered to, how many bounces, how many people have opened your email campaign, how many people have clicked links in your email campaign, and you can also see the recipient activities, and you can also see the activities that have happened on the different links that you have placed in your email campaign, and you can see the different platforms your email campaign has got reaches on, and you can also understand your campaigns opens by time and by location and things like this. So these are the basic reports. If you want reports based on your top 5 campaigns, so if you want to understand the performance of your top 5 campaigns or your recent 5 campaigns, so that is an advanced level of your campaign's performance, then you can go to the campaign based report. Or if you want to understand how campaigns sent to a specific list have performed, if you want to compare different campaigns that were is sent to two different lists. You can choose the list based reports. So these are pretty much advanced reports for you. So that is about the report section. Now let's move on to automation. So as I mentioned earlier, when your business is small, you will have very less number of audience, and it's possible for you to engage with them based on their response, etc. But when your business is growing, your email list also grows, and it becomes very cumbersome for you to see how every recipient is engaging with your email and then respond to them accordingly. So this becomes tedious for you, and this is where automation comes into the picture and helps you nail the targeted engagement factor. Yes, so now I'll discuss how autoresponders help you automate your email campaign. Yes, so I'm going to the autoresponders section and I'm going to create a new autoresponder. So we have 7 types of autoresponders, starting from sign up autoresponders to cyclic autoresponders. Let me discuss everything in brief now. So sign up autoresponders. So assume that someone has joined your mailing list and you want to send out a welcome email and also send out follow-up emails over a period of time. So today you send a welcome email and tomorrow you send a follow-up email 1, and day after tomorrow you send out follow-up email 2, and for around 10 days you want to run this sign up series. So in that case you can choose the sign up autoresponders, and the other one is date field autoresponder. So you would receive emails from brands wishing you happy birthday, happy anniversary, or reminding you on your subscription renewal date and things like that. So this is possible with the help of date field autoresponder. So all you have to do is just pick the mailing list and pick date field, that is the birthday date field or the anniversary date field or the subscription date field, and the date field autoresponder will send out the reminder or send out the wishes to your audience in the mailing list. And the next one is closed loop. So let's say you are conducting a workshop and you want to provide offer only to people who are existing in your mailing list when you activated the autoresponder. So let's say I'm triggering this autoresponder for the mailing list Zilka workshop. So when I'm activating it, I had around 100 people in my mailing list, and those people would receive the offer. So when someone joins my mailing list tomorrow or the day after, they will not be part of this autoresponder, and only people who are currently there in my mailing list will be part of this closed group autoresponder, and they will receive my offer code. So the next one is calendar. So if you want to wish your audience on every Christmas or on every Thanksgiving, you can set up the calendar based autoresponder, and whenever the calendar meets December 25 every year, the calendar based autoresponder will send out Christmas wishes to your audience. And the next one is email action based autoresponder. So assume that you have sent out a campaign and people would obviously behave differently with your email campaign. Some would not even have opened your email campaign, some would have opened your email campaign, some would have clicked links in your email campaign. So based on how they have engaged with your parent campaign, you want to set up a follow-up series for these people. And smart series. So let's say Zilker Education has a course that teaches a new word every day. So every day you send out an email campaign with a new word. So whoever is existing in your email campaign while you activated this autoresponder would be receiving a new word every day starting from day 1. Assume that there is a new person joining your mailing list on the day 5 after this autoresponder was triggered. So that person would receive the email campaign from the day 5, and he would also have an archive of all the 4 previous email campaigns. So he would get to learn the words from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 through the archive, and he would receive the email campaign starting day 5 to day 6, 7, 8 and so on. So that's about smart series. So whoever is joining late to your mailing list, even after the autoresponder was triggered, they'll be able to receive an archive of all the previous email campaigns. So the next one is cyclic autoresponder. So assume that you would conduct free workshops on every Wednesday and you want to remind your audience 2 days before. So you can set up a cyclic autoresponder that runs every week. So that is how cyclic autoresponders help you. And the next one is workflows. So what you saw right now is autoresponders. Autoresponders will not behave based on how your audience behave with you. It's just setting up a series of automated messages, and no matter what your audience engagement is, the series will continue to deliver messages. Whereas workflows will help you engage with your audience based on how they interact with you, based on how they respond to every one of your emails. So workflow is more of behavioral engagement, more of targeted engagement with your audience. Yes, so now I'm going to create a new workflow for you. So we have pre-designed workflow templates for all of your business automation scenarios. So we have starting from welcome and onboarding series to nurture series, re-engagement series, customer retention series. As I mentioned, we have integration with your e-commerce platform, so you can automate all your store communication activities right from Zoho Campaigns. So you have the options to follow up with people who have purchased from you or people who have left items in their cart. Yes, so let me just pick one of the workflow templates here. So this is a simple follow-up series. Yeah, so basically you don't have to design your email marketing strategy right from scratch. We have covered all the strategies, we have covered all the scenarios in mind and have designed an ideal email marketing strategy for you. In case you want to tweak anything, you're always welcome to use the drag and drop elements that you see on the left side of the screen. So all you have to do is just delete the element that you do not want and include the relevant element that you want here. Yes, we have three options in the workflow panel. That is, one is trigger, another one is process, and the other one is end of workflow actions. So let me discuss trigger now. When do you want people to enter this workflow? So when someone submits their information on a sign up form, or when someone joins your list, when your lead field information is getting updated, or when they perform some action on your email and things like that. So you can pick the right trigger from these options and start your workflow. So whenever there is a new submission on your form, so it can be any sign up form or it can be a specific sign up form. So let's just select the welcome list as my sign up form. So whenever there is a new contact in my sign up form, you send out a welcome email, and after a couple of days you send out another follow up email. And if people have not opened your email, that is, you set up a response element here for people who have not opened your email, that is unresponsive, for people who have opened your email, and for people who have clicked links in your email. Yes, so you can set up a delay hour for your follow-up emails to be sent. This can be specific to each of these options, or it can be in common itself. Yes, I have created three different elements now with the help of response components. So for people who have not opened my email campaign, I am going to send out a reminder email for them. And for people who have opened my email campaign, I am going to assign a score to them. After assigning a score to them, I'm going to send them a different email, because my very goal is to make them open a specific link in my email campaign. And for people who have clicked on my email campaign, I'm going to send out a survey asking for their feedback on a specific thing. And so this is how you can set up your workflow. And if they have responded to your survey, if they have clicked links in your survey campaign, you can assign a specific score that should be greater than the score that you assign for people who have opened your email campaign, of course. And you have different elements, that is, you can move people to different list, or you can remove them from the list, or you can assign tags to your audience based on their actions. You can update their fields, or you can push them to your CRM system, or create tasks for your sales executives to contact specific leads, and so on. Or you can also send internal notification emails to your colleagues by notifying that so and so has opened your email campaign, or so and so has clicked links in your email campaign. And there is another one called end of workflow actions right here. End of workflow action is when you want a contact to exit the workflow. So assume that you want your contact to click a specific link in your email campaign, and for this purpose you have been doing this nurture series, doing this nurture workflow. So at any point in your workflow, they click the specific link. So even before you have even before they reach one of these nurture stages, even in the beginning stages, if they have accessed your link, they can be pushed to the end of workflow. Yes, so you assign end of workflow actions for all of your audience in the mailing list. So this end of workflow actions is common to all the components in your workflow. So whenever your contact clicks on a specific link, even before they pass through the entire workflow based on their behavior, when they click on a specific link, they can be moved to the end of workflow action, that is pushing them to your CRM system. Yes, so that's how workflows function. And once you activate your workflow, whenever a contact joins through your selected sign up form, they would be part of this workflow and they would receive all the emails that you have set up based on their behavior. Yes, after you activate your workflows, you will also get reports of your workflow where you can understand how many people have entered your workflow, how many people have quit your workflow, how many have gone to the end of workflow action, and things like that. So that's about workflow automation. And the next one is e-commerce. So if you are from the e-commerce industry and if you have stores built on platforms like Shopify, WooCommerce, BigCommerce, and Zoho Commerce, that is the in-house e-commerce platform from the Zoho suite, you can integrate your store with your Zoho Campaigns account, that is the email marketing platform, and carry out all your store activities right from inside Zoho Campaigns itself. So you can integrate your store by selecting the desired platform for you. And now I'll show you one of the stores that I've already synced with Zoho Campaigns. So by integrating your account, all your store products will be fed into Zoho Campaigns as well. So all the products that I have in my Zoho Commerce store would be stored in Zoho Campaigns as well, and all the customers that I have in my e-commerce store would be stored in my Zoho Campaigns account as well. And I can run promotional campaigns to my e-commerce audience. Basically, I can run two types of emails for my e-commerce audience. One is promotional email and the other one is automated email. So let's say I want to promote my products with an offer code or something, I can go with the promotional emails. So in case I want to set up an automated email for people who have purchased a particular item from my store, say I want to recommend a relevant product to them, I can go with automated emails. Or if there are people who have left items in their cart, I can send out a reminder email and make them check out the specific items in their cart. So these are the two types of emails that you can send out to your e-commerce audience. So once you start sending out promotional and automated emails, you will definitely start getting people that access your email campaign, that access your products and start buying from you. So, and the summary here will tell you how many people have bought through your promotional campaigns or how many people have taken action through your automated email campaign. So I'll show you one of the previous images that I have saved. In this image, I have integrated my BigCommerce store. So I have totally received 6 orders and the average revenue in my store was $41 and the entire store revenue was $250. And through the emails that I sent through Zoho Campaigns, this is what the revenue I have generated. So I have totally generated $120 through the emails, that is through my promotional emails and automated emails. So through promotional emails I've generated $50 and the automated emails have generated me $70, and the number of orders that were placed through these emails were 3. So and the average revenue was of course $40. So the next one is integrations. Zoho Campaigns helps you integrate with more than 65 different applications. So I'll show you that inside the account itself. So I go to the settings tab and under integration I find apps and I have all the different applications I can integrate my Zoho Campaigns account with. In case I need any other applications apart from this, I select the integration platforms and Zoho Campaigns provides integrations with web applications like Zoho Flow and Zapier, and I can connect my favorite application with Zoho Campaigns and bring in data. And the next one is advanced campaigns. I'd like to touch upon the different types of advanced campaigns that Zoho Campaigns provides you. So you can test out your email campaign based on subject line, based on sender address, and based on your email content. So whichever is performing better, you would send the winner campaign to your audience. So it's always a very good practice to test out your email content. And if you have a blog feed, you can save all of your blogs as an RSS campaign and send out the RSS feed to your mailing list. And you also can integrate with our in-house webinar platform, that is Zoho Meeting, and the third party webinar platform, that is GoToWebinar, and you can bring in your webinar registrants and attendees and follow up with them for future nurturing and future webinar invitations. So you can also integrate with the event hosting platforms like Eventbrite and our in-house event hosting platform, that is Zoho Backstage, and bring in your event registrants and attendees and you can follow up with them. And you can also integrate with the survey platforms like SurveyMonkey and our in-house survey application, that is Zoho Survey, and send out different interesting surveys through your email campaigns itself. And you can integrate with the e-commerce platform, our in-house e-commerce platform, that is Zoho Commerce, and carry out your store communications that I just mentioned in the e-commerce feature as well. Yeah, so these are the different types of advanced campaigns that you can send through Zoho Campaigns. So we are almost towards the end of this demo session. And if you have any clarifications, please feel free to reach out to us support at zohocampaigns.com. I'm also including the link to our help document and the link to our recorded webinar. So you can access these links to know Zoho Campaigns even better. And if you want a personalized demo for your business and if you want to understand the advanced elements of Zoho Campaigns, please write to us at the same email address that I mentioned now, support at zohocampaigns.com. Thank you.